Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Desi Plaza TV with me, Neelam, right here in the studio for Desi Plaza. So, आज जी हाँ, tonight, we are going to talk to Mr. Mukesh Parna, who is here with us in the studio, and he is going to talk a little bit about Frisco City Council election. Hello and good evening, sir. How are you?
Hello Neelam, how are you? Doing
I'm good. I'm pretty good. So, Mr. Mukesh, not too many people know about you. So, why don't you start with your introduction and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, yeah. My name is Mukesh Parna. I'm running for Frisco City Council. Just a little bit of background about me. Working in a corporate world for 20 years. Worked on two different aspects in corporate world. One was mostly towards technology and leadership.
All right.
And other one was more towards contract management for vendor management and stuff.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's my background, and I quit my 20-year corporate world after I moved to Frisco, and I decided to call Frisco as my home.
Okay.
So I started my own small business company in Frisco.
All right.
Named it after Frisco, and since then been also very involved in the community aspect of. I'm the founding member of the Lions Club, local chapter
in Frisco. Okay.
And we do a lot of weekend activities, we provide food for the homeless, clothes, and feed the shelters, and low vision clinics for the kids who go to school but can't see. So they can't afford to go and do an eye test. So very sad. So we focus on impoverished areas. We do support some orphanages internationally. So most of our programs are local
and internationally as well. So you did mention that your company is also named after city. So what is your company's name?
Yeah, Frisco Commercial Real Estate Services.
Frisco Commercial Real Estate. So you love Frisco that much?
Yes. I've been a big fan of Frisco since I came here.
Yes, everybody loves Frisco. It's expanding and it's developing wonderfully. So when you said you love Frisco and it is your home, and maybe that is the reason you are running for this election, but besides that, what was your motivation, I would say, or inspiration to stand for an election?
Sure, yeah. So Frisco has been growing very fast.
True.
Right? In 2010, the population was 110,000. In 2018, December, it was 182,000. And in the last couple of months, we are at, I think, 183,900 something.
Oh, wow.
So it's growing very fast. And anytime a city grows this fast, it has a lot of challenges. Right?
True.
And along with the challenges, I feel those are opportunities.
True.
I've been lucky enough to live in different cities which have grown and seen this growth. And I think there is opportunities that we have missed along with the growth. We have done a very good job in bringing in big, new developments and everything. And but along with that, when we miss some opportunities, it creates some disturbance in the economy, right?
Right.
And I feel this country has given me a lot. So I would like to give back, and I think this is a good way for me to give back.
So that's a wonderful inspiration and motivation right there, that you want to give back something to the community, and I would say it's a very noble thought itself. So you were mentioning something about challenges and opportunities. So what are the high priority challenges? Let's not put it as an issues, but at least the challenges which you would like to tackle first.
Sure. So missed opportunity, I call it as. So when we call corporate, we have been lucky, right? We got some lot of good corporate world, new development projects coming into the city, and whenever they happen, and the population growth has jumped, right? 110,000 to 183,000 in 9 years, and the new developments have come. So you would think that the small businesses are also doing it, right?
Sure.
But that is not the case, unfortunately. Small businesses have been hurt. So when I read an article in December 2018, and there was also a press release from the owner of that restaurant, one-to-one restaurant. And he started his business, I believe, back in 2010, and he closed his business in 2018 December.
8 years, just 8 years.
When the city grew almost 80%, 180% of the population, right, and new development. So I was wondering how is that possible, right? So I did some digging, right? So I met a lot of small businesses at that time, and most of the feedback I got was that small businesses were not getting the benefits of this
Larger scale.
developments coming into the city. So then I did little bit of more research on how other cities do it and what can we do, and based on going back to my background also, right? Technology and contract and everything. So that thinking about that, I realized when we are giving some incentive package, that is taxpayers' money, right? And these taxpayers most of them are the small businesses in the city. They are residents or small business owners of the city. When we are giving these taxpayers money, so we need to make sure that the big corporates, when they come in, they will do their ground up development, they will build operating services, they will have tier 2 management services. It can be food services, it can be restaurant services, it can be anything, right? All those services can and should be, to a certain extent, we should have some contractual terms to say those need to go back to the Frisco residents or at least the Frisco existing small businesses. That will help the community get very stronger. Right? Currently what is happening is a lot of that money is flowing out because there are no restrictions around the spend to be within the city. So that's the opportunity I feel that will make our community very stronger. This will also help increase our revenue base. That helps all the, anytime you have that, it's a healthy economy.
Definitely.
The second place I feel over there, when I thought it was a missed opportunity, was when we are giving these incentives, right? We need to be having a way to track them, measure them, and see whether the returns that we expected based on the incentives that we are given to them, are we really getting those returns?
Any metrics,
right? And once you have metrics, you can improve the, and you can even make the returns even more better. Right? So I felt that was, again, coming back from a technology background, right? We always want improvement and efficiency and data. Right? So, and on top of it, if I ask any resident today, some of my friends, I ask them, hey, do you know what was given to this company as incentive? They will be like, I heard this number in the newspaper.
Nobody's sure.
And then I said, okay, do you know how much we got back from the city? And they're like, no. Right, so I was like, man, every resident, you know what I mean? So I think in this age of technology, data and information should not be, a lack of, right? It should be, it is rather be the other side. So our city of Frisco has done a good job. We have our own website, we have our own app that we use. So I was thinking, why don't we use the same services that are already there to provide that information to the residents instead of, see, today, day and time, no one with 2 jobs, paying your high property taxes bill and your kids juggling with the kids, no one has time to go and attend city council meetings.
Nobody will go physically anywhere.
I myself watch all my city council meetings when I'm in flight or traveling or something. That's how I get caught up.
Absolutely.
Right? So in this age, I think we should be giving that data. We should be pushing out that data to the through the existing means that we have.
Technology.
Right? So like there were, and it is important, right? So because there were few projects in Frisco which were, of course, everything is taxpayers' money. So there were few projects that got delayed, right? It has been ongoing for a very long time. People would like to know what's happening, what's the update, like small examples like Wade Park Boulevard development, right? It's a big, huge part of the project that we had planned for. That went into bankruptcy. It has delayed. Exide battery cleanup area, it has been going on for almost more than 14 years now. It was $45 million sitting in escrow. So there are a lot of things that residents would like to know, but there is no easily available information. So I think we can provide that information very easily to them via the same tools, the browser, the website, or the app.
Right.
So that is for the projects that have completed. Right. The opportunity for the new projects. Let's say a new company comes into Frisco and we are talking about, they are asking for an incentive package, right? And they say, we will give you X number of jobs, we will give you X number of revenue, and if you can give us this much of incentive package, which is, every city does that to bring in people. I don't think I have either a issue with that or non-issue with that. It depends on the case scenario basis, right? But the important thing over here is, did we actually get that or not, right? Did we actually get the returns, what we were expecting? And then the other thing is, let's say, as I was giving an example, let's say new corporate company comes to Frisco and they say, hey, this is the case scenario. So why don't we take the 5 top things that we are expecting that this company is going to give us, and in a very simple layman's word, push it out to the app, to the residents, right? And then they will have, okay, yeah, this is coming, this is what they are asking for, these are the 5 things, and here's my feedback. That goes back to the city council. And then, looking at all the feedback we have, then city council votes on the
that issue,
right? So, I mean, I believe a true democracy is a participative democracy. We need residents to be participative.
Yes.
So this creates a lot of openness, transparency, and lot of we have a pulse on what's happening on with the residents on a daily basis, right? You will be amazed the feedback that you will get from the residents, which will be very helpful in making those decisions.
Absolutely, and I do believe that for any city, open communication, for any big city or a smaller city, open communication with residents is very, very crucial, because that is the only way you would know about your residents' concerns, their issues, their complaints. And this is an absolutely wonderful idea to have it in a technology, in a digital world, because nobody would have time to go and discuss it with somebody.
Correct.
They can just go to the website, post their questions and concerns, and then they are done.
Yeah.
So it's a very innovative idea for this day and age. Thank you, Mr. Mukesh, for that.
And just to add to one more thing, right? When we are giving incentives to the corporates or any new development that are coming in, right? I personally would think there are a lot of opportunities over there at that point of time to get some expectations from them as well, right? Small things which will help our city and residents a lot. Like, for example, adopt a street. Because any new development coming into the city brings in a lot of infrastructure load on the other residents, right? Traffic congestions and everything. So adopt a street can be a very simple way of fulfilling their obligation. Asking our companies and corporates, the new development who received the incentives, to give our Frisco residents the first opportunity for internship jobs. Right, that will benefit our residents. Or any new job fairs they have for hiring new people when they are doing. They should have some percentage saying that out of this, our first preference will be Frisco residents. Frisco has a lot of skilled labor, right? Lot of skilled labor, right? So we should leverage that first. Right? So there are a few things like that can be done. Again, this is going back to my contractual, experience when we negotiate on the deal. So those are the few things that I would bring to the table as well. These are just overlooked opportunities which we can.
Yes, but anything else you would like to add to those points?
Yeah, so the last thing I mentioned, I think the biggest burden is right now, a lot of people complain about traffic.
Oh man,
right?
yes.
Yeah. So, and it has gotten, in the last 5 years I have been here, it has only, gotten worse. So I believe there are the traditional way of fixing traffic, right? Adding more lanes and everything. Is there to a certain extent when you go on highways or everything, but when you talk about local traffic light intersection, you can't do that every time, right? It is very expensive, infrastructure, additions, and the maintenance of that infrastructure is even harder. So that increases the expenses in the future. So that means more tax burden on the residents, right? Or expenses on the city. So instead of that, if we focus on the traffic light intersection where there is congestion, like let's say we pick 20 traffic lights out of the 100 have some high traffic congestion, right? You can leverage some tools that are available, technology, very simple technology tools. You can put it on the traffic light intersection. It reads the data, it analyzes the data, and you can figure out what is the root cause issue. Is it a left turn lane? It is number of seconds that are waiting, and how is the traffic movement? Can the traffic light adjust based on the traffic light and everything? And based on that, we can implement a solution which will maximize the traffic efficiency at that traffic light intersection. So there are a lot of things. These are very low cost low hanging fruit, and these also doesn't put too much burden of maintenance in the future,
and not too much of tax burden as well for the residents.
So those are things, those are the opportunities I feel can be brought.
Wonderful. I think it's indeed a very wonderful ideas, Mr. Mukesh, in this technology world when everybody is so tech savvy. They want to have everything right in their hand, in their laptop, in the tablet, and they really don't have time to go anywhere physically. Along with that, the innovative ideas what you have is really very, very wonderful to have in this today's day and age. So that brings to my last question. you mentioned about your corporate experience, your IT experience. So apart from that, what do you think your knowledge would help for this role?
So I think my passion. I
Your
think
passion, yeah.
yeah. So I want to give back to the community. I want to
Sure.
serve and make sure that we bring jointly a good economy, strong economy to the small businesses,
True.
to the residents, and small businesses are the backbone to the
Backbone.
corporate, right? So we need. I have that passion towards that, and the community services that I've been doing, the knowledge that I have in terms of implementing the technology and the experience I have had in bringing things together and solving tough, complex problems based on technology or contracts and everything, bringing people together globally and solving issues. That has been my strength. So if I bring my passion, my knowledge and experience together, I think it's a no-brainer.
It's a wonderful outcome because you do have your technology experience, you do have your knowledge about IT world, your vendor management experience. Along with that, you are very passionate about community services. So that really proves you to be a wonderful community leader. And I am pretty sure that you will win this election because we do need a passionate and a very strong leader, somebody like you. And for South Asian community, it would be really a matter of pride and honor to have you as our leader, and I'm sure that not only for South Asian community, it is for entire community, for Frisco residents. You will voice their concerns and you will do definitely a best for them, what is best for community, what is best for Frisco. So I wish you all the best from Desi Plaza TV, and I'm sure that you will bring proud and you will definitely win this wonderfully. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great evening and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So ladies and gentlemen, once again you are watching Desi Plaza TV. I am Neelam with Mr. Mukesh Parna. We did talk about his election, his passion, his experience and his knowledge, and I am pretty sure that you will definitely vote for him for the upcoming election. Please do keep watching Desi Plaza TV for all upcoming events and interviews. Thank you and have a great night.